Hello one and all, and welcome to the first match of this bracket stage for 3-Digit World Cup. We have a standout match here, Seed 2 versus Seed 15, Hong Kong versus New Zealand. My name is Hubba, and joining me for the first cast of this 3-Digit World Cup, it's going to be BlankTap. How are you feeling about the matchup?
This is definitely going to be, of course, favoring Hong Kong by quite a bit margin, but New Zealand is still a very consistent team, in my opinion. In qualifiers, theoretically, they did better actually when compared to Hong Kong. So they're probably gonna pick something simple, something quick, something that basically 3 players that is going to be slotted in the lobby can contest and probably get that 3-way no matter what. And look at the star rating, it is going to be all about consistency. Not too much skill cap just yet, so Hong Kong still has a fight ahead of them.
Yeah, the main difference between these teams with regards to the pick ban structure is going to be those DTs, and immediately you see that DT2 banned out by Hong Kong, that high technical DT hybrid map, which is surprising to see gone out of this pool, but immediately we have bypassed our roles, gotten our bans out of the way. It's DT2 that ban from Hong Kong. I missed the ban from New Zealand, but the first pick for Hong Kong going to be this Hidden One, which should be a somewhat contested pick here going into Shapeshifter, the AR9 density snap aim pick.
Pop, and right now we're going straight to our first map being a custom. That is quite poetic. It is time for Hidden. Hong Kong, they really love these kinds of hidden maps though, so makes sense why they went for it. New Zealand struggled a bit on the Hidden 2 reading, but Hidden 1 last time they didn't do too bad, so let's see what they can do as we go into this first section. Very awkward, very kind of deceivingly slow and awkward at the same time. Slightly for them as they are holding the accuracy advantage, but aim comes before all, and there will be a trade right off the bat. 2v2 now, Hubba.
Yeah, and from some uncharacteristic names, of course, New Zealand, I believe this is their first time in the 3-Digit World Cup in quite some time after their standout performance in this year's OS World Cup. A couple of players on this team that were not present in that World Cup team, Rail and P filling in for the Hidden this time out. Rail, the next one to drop on the slow slider. The first half of this map, by comparison, is pretty simple. So these early breaks are going to be costing, and uncharacteristically, Misha Awa was the initial member of that first trade in combo. Misha Awa, standout player on this Hong Kong roster, was the hard carry for their team in OS World Cup, but this is an all-star Hong Kong roster, plenty of comebackable characters. A21 Max Birio coming out of retirement for this 3WC team and holding on to their respective FCs into the first break.
I mean, Max Birio, looking at the stats in the qualifiers, he kind of played lots of the maps, and he did really good on basically all of them, and currently that consistency will not be lost. A21 as well as the second combo for Hong Kong, still keeping it really nice and clean. About to reach 200,000 points of lead as Misha recovers as well. New Zealand now, there are much left, half of the map remaining, and they need to pray for corner miss from Hong Kong as we go into the second PA section.
I mean, that's a start, but that break from Osbert, it is just no FCs versus this duo. Max Birio maybe obliging to some wishes on the New Zealand side. It's only a 200k difference, but that break from Rail, a little bit of an equalizer. It is the slimmest of combo difference margins here. I think it's like Hong Kong combo advantage by 50, but this 200k is going nowhere in the current moment, especially with this diss spike. It is in FC down, but all 3 breaks from New Zealand to fall. And with that, there is no advantage on either side, and this point is firmly in the grasp of Hong Kong. A first pick consolidated and well received. Surprisingly, no FCs in this round of 16 pool on our custom map. Shoutouts to Stupid Femboy, otherwise known as Michaelito, for the pick. And this second half, so demon, the snap aim so devious, the score lead just increasing the Hong Kong side purely by Misha Awa holding on in this harder section, as well as some of the misses coming through for Rail and P. Those trades, the accuracy drops, increasing the Hong Kong scoreline to confirm that first point by 300k.
Hong Kong opening up strong, going for the theoretical best, and it is going to be their first point. Now, New Zealand, however, DT2 got banned. Are they going to go still for these mechanical picks, DT1 and DT3? Definitely much more scary. If you go for DT3, it is 1 minute and 49 seconds. So you gotta be very careful to not miss on any part of that map. There's also Freebo 2 actually. If you do want to go the consistent burst route, but I feel like Hong Kong is comfortable enough on 230 BPM to make that a bit more of a challenge for New Zealand rather than something free.
Yeah, I do agree with Fremont 2, at least being like more of a hybrid mechanics map. It's more just 230 BPM bursts and the aim. The difference maker there is more like the hidden hard rock comfort on some of the New Zealand players, like Aussie, for example, but it is the DT3 pick coming through. Another custom back-to-back. We got 3 customs in the pool in our first 2, and the first 2 maps picked. This is DT3, the core, mapped by Munchow. Munchow, keeping busy in the customs department, had a custom in 5-digit European Cup this same weekend as well. And this one is going to be a hoot. The main tapping pick in the pool, 270 BPM, long burst with some kick slider, semi-aim, somewhat technical things in between. This is going to be New Zealand's bread and butter in this match, trying to pick into the mechanics, because Hong Kong very strong on those technical skill sets, and in terms of the qualifier statistics, this is the only sort of area where New Zealand had a slight edge in those statistics. So they're going to be picking into the speed and hoping the consistency on those kinds of maps lead them to victory, as they do have one roster swap. It's going to be Rail and Osbert remaining in, Hasapi filling in third man. That is the main speed specialist on that New Zealand team, and he is ready to get his shred on, I'm sure.
Absolutely. I mean, in the qualifiers, Hasapi played for East Nightbird twice, that DT map, and his lowest was 830k-ish. This man is consistent, but on the other side, Misha, extremely good at these kinds of speed, but Zumari might be one of the weaker links of their roster for these things when compared to New Zealand, which is kind of crazy. But last time, Max Peter actually played on the burst speed. F2X coming in for this round.
Yeah, Max Beria taking a step back on this one. For this one, it's more the 270 BPM specification, F2X. Plenty strong on those raw mechanics picks. As we hop into this incredibly short DT3 pick, the core by Munchow. A little intro here, some slight finger control, mild linear aim. It is a early break from Zoomery and an overstream on that first burst. The match nerves getting a little bit in the way for Hong Kong here, as immediately we're going to see this lead jump to New Zealand. This is one of the shortest maps in this pool, sitting at just under 2 minutes in length. So it's very important to hold on to your muster and get these combos flowing as soon as possible. And right now, New Zealand doing such with flying colors, a 100k difference in our first third, and another break from Zoomer.
That still absolutely happen currently in this section. Plenty of those long stacked streams. As we go into this first section, we did not want to get rapid triggered right now. 150k difference. New Zealand building a comfortable cushion, but it's not going to be comfortable enough if one of them misses this early on. Which enough to still hot on New Zealand's trail, and now no more mistakes is allowed. Rail is gone, Zumari is recovering. 2v2 on the bottom row.
Yeah, you also have to worry about the act drops on Osbert and Rail here, both of them at 94. Luckily, that break from Zoomery, keeping New Zealand still in the game, able to hold on to the score lead. Just about 150k has been the line of error for the bulk of this match. If Hasapi finds the break, it would be game over, but it's F2X to do so instead. And with that, New Zealand able to get their point on the board against the number 2 seed, and showing that there are holes in the game of this new Hong Kong, mostly in the mechanics, looking to make that work as this match continues.
Oh my god, accuracy be damned. Osbert can combo Nishawa and Hasapi, you know, really good accuracy, but Osbert, he pulled himself up by the bootstrap, and 94% accuracy FC, you know, good on him. And
I
we're
mean,
starting
we were
off
just
strong.
playing, we were just playing some Hippo Cup. Maybe he's too used to the score v1. The score v1 treated him well. But yeah, phenomenal score there from the New Zealand side. Great team score to come through from that trio of S ranks, as it is 1-1 Hong Kong to continue their picking strategy here. I would assume they're going to maybe run something like the Nomad 2. I could see New Zealand pick that later, but the flow aim on this Hong Kong team is so strong. They had the number 1 Nomad 2 coming out of that qualifiers by a pretty significant margin. So, I mean, it is certainly not a weakness for them. I would not be too shocked by that pick, seeing how standard it is, your traditional takoyaki, sort of semi-farmish Nomad 2 map.
Okay, number 4, qualifier number 4 for Hong Kong. They can tech. That number 4 as well previously forgot the title, but it was pure tech. Lots and lots of this double into slider, and this number 4 is not gonna be much different. It's mapped by Azro, and God knows we are going to be aiming some sliders.
Yeah, Azrok. We're keeping up our tradition of Nomad 4s you would expect. we had Valhalla in the qual school, and now we have some standard Azrok Bamani sound team tech. Some flow control in between some longer sliders, not super dense in terms of the slider ticks, but a slight roster change here. A21 hopping in for his first map of the match. Was not in for that hidden one initially, but the tech roster for New Zealand coming through here. It's a Milbus Osbert. Osbert's going to be the core player for this New Zealand team. I expect him to be in for pretty much every map here, but a Milbus, not as fond of those raw aim picks such as the hidden one, so he'll be hopping in now for the Nomad 4 alongside Paulbert, who is in for his first map as well. So seeing all the new faces on both of these rosters.
Indeed. And now, it's a 3v3, good to know. Gonna have fun in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. We're going straight to our third map of the day. Bang, bang, and bang. They've been picking extremely quickly thus far. Very confident in their picks, but I wonder how it will hold up as the maps run out slowly but surely. Until then, it's time for Graphiton. Once again, a map under 2 minutes. Each slider breaks is going to be very much a precious resource wasted. Here we go.
Yeah, this is not a very long map at all. I mean, we saw the shortest map in the pool, and in we go with the second shortest now. And to kick us off is going to be a very quick break on the slider side for Paulbert. Not going to matter too much, call it an intercaming miss, but a Milbus to fall up next, and some already showing some inconsistencies on the technical map for the New Zealand side, but A21 to match it a little deeper in is going to be a bit more important, with Misha Awa falling as well. Again, very uncharacteristic misses from this Hong Kong side is going to be shifting the lead ever so slightly to New Zealand here, as accuracy advantage as well, sort of in the middle, only slightly on the side of Hong Kong. Combos on a Paulbert, that recovery paying and putting in work about 200 ahead of the Hong Kong side.
Albert finding his own miss. It's a bit of a recovery from Albert against Max Video's full combo. Things are still equal, things are still competitive, and Hong Kong needs to work for their food, for their victory. And KD slowly but surely turning to the left as Albert gone from the conversation. And lost the last man standing against the triple recovery from Hong Kong. Max Video dropping the slow slider, catching him off guard as he slips and slides.
Yeah, and I mean, there's no FCs remaining in the lobby, but that slow slider, it would be really neck to neck if not for the slow slider on New Zealand right now, as Max Bureau and Mishiawa find those breaks just a little bit after. And 700k on Max Bureau, showing why he was one of the top quals performers, coming through with the top score on the Nomad 4. And it was a little bit dicier than you would have expected for Hong Kong on that pick a little bit, BlankTap.
Once again, New Zealand is such a comfortably consistent team until they are kind of not. They keep just keeping up with Hong Kong on every single map, but it's always that they just keep missing the closer, and that's why I think this matchup is a bit on the fun side. And now New Zealand, they went with DT3, but they kind of they're forced to explore other options now as DT2, but Remoto again, we suggested that. Looking at everything else, Hot Rock is still untouched. Don't really know if they really want to go into Hong Kong's Hot Rock territory there.
Yeah, I mean, you think back to like the crazy 2021 4WC era of Hong Kong. DT1s were one of their strongest slots. I still remember A21 getting the Sunglow FC while still playing in 4-digit World Cup and becoming 2-digit at the same time was certainly an era. But surprisingly enough, not in for this one. It's going to be Zumari F2X Misha Awa, same roster as was in that DT3. Hoping for a little bit of a resurgence here. The swap out from Hasapi to a Milbus for this one as well. Looking pretty confident so far, but it is AC advantage on the side of Hong Kong, as is natural. Rail and Osbert, not really known for their accuracy strengths, but will surely either drop higher or drop lower as this match continues on. And first third looking very comfortable with the 3-3 difference.
39k in between these two teams. 2 full combos, 1 recovery, 0 combo difference. This is gonna keep on going for a longer while as all these players just comfortable in their accuracy, much more comfortable, and Rail is now gone with his recovery. It's a 2v2 on the SC side and a 1v0 on the recovery. half the map remains and New Zealand is in a bit of hot water and they are cool themselves down.
Yeah, and with that, you have to really like wonder about your first World Cup nerves, right? Rail on this team, not supremely prevalent in that OWC team, and with how long the break was, finding that miss in that moment, knowing that everyone is holding onto their FCs and their muster, that is just incredibly tragic. But it's still comebackable if they get 2 breaks very, very soon. But time is running out every moment. Only 100 on Misha Hour right now, 2 100s on Zoomery. F2X a little bit further behind, but Osbert to drop the FC, and that is going to be a confirmed breakpoint for the number 2 seed here. Will they confirm the triple FC? Unfortunately not for Zoomery, but Milbus trades it, and still this is looking like it's gonna slide past that 3 million mark for one of the stronger scores of this weekend, I would presume.
X recovering very nicely, and of course Misha, wow, who does not know this cat lover? Hong Kong will be taking their 3rd point, and as it is a breakpoint 1 as well. New Zealand now behind by quite a margin, and we're going straight into Hong Kong's pick once more. They've been going at it, hidden 1, number 4. They're gonna pick something anti-mod, maybe free mod 3 on the table, or are they gonna keep going at it for maybe something more on the kind of zesty side, I guess. Those techy, those awkward aim base maps.
Like something like a free mod 1 would probably be really strong for Hong Kong. And look at that, ask and you shall receive. Misha Awa obliging with the free mod 1 pick. This is going to be Kirisame Magic. This is sort of like it's like Toho DNB is like the only way I can describe the song choice here. It's very consistent flow, aim, focus, free mod 1.
So it's not a nose pull without the Toho. And yeah, plenty of variety on this leaderboard. Hidden, hard rock, no mod, you name it, there's an FC on it. So we should be seeing quite a bit of a performance from these players in particular. And as you said, it is going to be flow. So chain misses is a real danger, is a real possibility for all 6 players that is going to be playing this quite fun map in my opinion.
Yeah, this one is really going to be again, we keep on talking about consistency, but it's so important in these early stage pools while the SR is still low. You just gotta get as many FCs on the board as possible, and there's a little bit of proof in the pudding for this pick with Hong Kong. Max Burio just getting on the leaderboard 18 hours ago with that top Hard Rock FC, beating out Tawawa, who's the only other Hard Rock FC on the map. And I mean, this leaderboard, I would expect a big boom after this year's 3WC. With regards to the leaderboard and modded FCs, but this is like the least mechanically difficult map in this pool, and that is exactly why Hong Kong is picking it, because New Zealand is going to be picking everything even like with a semblance of mechanics. I expect them to go into the free mod 2 next. This is a map I don't see New Zealand ever touching, so in that reason, Hong Kong going to be very consistent here with this trio, Max Burio, Misha Awa, likely to take the Hard Rock and Hidden respectively, and A21 going to be that no-mod anchor.
New Zealand, however, I mean, he and Osbert will finally be coming in. Milbus very much comfortable on these kinds of map. And I correct me if I'm wrong, but he Hidden and Osbert Hard Rock.
Osbert Hidden Hard Rock. Milbus
Hidden Hard Rock.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised with an overmod by New Zealand. No, New Zealand loves the Hard Rock mod. Like maybe. Okay, no. Yeah, hidden Hard Rock on Osbert, hidden on P.
Okay.
Milbus on Nomad is surprising, but a very consistent player, going to be the anchor for the New Zealand side. And mods on Hong Kong as expected as well. Look at the symmetry here. Hard Rocks in both corners, hiddens up top. This is nice. I enjoyed this. Good job.
Whew, okay, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This time, the map is longer than 3 minutes. 3 minutes and 56 seconds. Low SR, low consistency, basically out at this point. Some people single tap this. Oscar, what's up, my guy? A bit of a disastrous miss in the beginning there. A bit quick on the aim, leading to an over aim. 40k difference to start Hong Kong up in this break as P is now gone as well. Hamilbus, the last man standing for New Zealand.
Yeah, solid beginnings here for Hong Kong as expected. Just 100 on both Max Furio and A21. Misha Awa can be holding on to this SS as long as he can muster, as one would expect. But New Zealand got a bit of a balancing act here. They do have a slight mod advantage on Osbert, but they won't be able to capitalize it so long as the acts are low. They do need one break. Luckily, their breaks were as early as they were, so not going to matter too much, but that one from a Milbus is going to really start to matter. The density on those stacks going to be striking out the combo of a Milbus there, and Hong Kong starting to run away with it in this first quarter. Already 100k lead is no slouch. That is, for a map this long, 100k lead is quite a chunk of change, and New Zealand having a bit of struggle here as the map continues.
This is a beautiful recovery, but definitely needs a bit more support than just himself. Hong Kong on the other hand, they got the 3-piece combo currently on the go. Misha on hidden, Max Beater, Hot Rock, and A21 on the Nomad, gluing everything together. And damn, it is tight. 900k and about to reach a million team score now. They're looking so comfortable. New Zealand, beautiful recovery thus far, but praying for a miss from Hong Kong.
Yeah, and right now it's gonna take more than one. I think it's gonna require maybe all three, but two at the bare minimum is 330k and growing from Hong Kong. It's a first one to come through for A21 on the Nomad, surprisingly enough. Max Furious has traded up. P up top. That was the lowest combo for New Zealand. This is about half an FC's advantage on the side of New Zealand. If they hold the rest of the map, it's going to get pretty close, but you need Osbert to FC rest of the way through. The boon of that is that Osbert does have that mod advantage. The double mod on that hidden Hard Rock is paying such dividends to the scoreline, but with that break from a Milbus, I think it is all for naught, as Misha Awa still holding on to the hidden FC. Has Osbert's covered by about a 60k difference on the solo players, and 300k is just not going to be enough to claw back in this short amount of time. If Hong Kong consolidate that first break point, they're going to be up 4-1.
The only flush in the map remains, and I'm still here for the show, and for a good time. Misha still with the FC, and Osbert as well with the beautiful recovery. Finding a miss on that very awkward square-ish pattern, but 730k on hidden Hot Rock nonetheless. Plenty of respect, but of course the spotlight is on Mishawa as he is still holding it down strong. Hong Kong needs to not fear. Mishawa is absolutely here, and he is ready to survive a storm. 1600 combo, 99.76 accuracy. Just another day in the Mishawa book. Oh my god, okay, for 100 for the whole 4 minutes of this remote one on hidden.
100 per minute, pretty good average there, Mishawa. As now they are just 1 point away from the match point. This next pick for New Zealand is so important if they want to prevent a tiebreaker situation at the bare minimum. I am looking The issue for New Zealand is like they can't pick Nomad 2 because of how strong Hong Kong's Nomad 2 was in qualifiers. It is very different kinds of maps. That qualifiers one more control flow focused 180 BPM cut stream situation. But regardless, I'm like, if you're New Zealand, where do you go here? The only answer I have is probably Fremont 2, but
I think
it's tough.
I do think that Nomad 2 is generic enough for a really good gamble for New Zealand. I think that's one of their 50-50 pick. But they're going straight for anti-mod themselves, Saba.
Yeah, it's gonna be Dona coming through for New Zealand. And they're gonna be making use of some of the backlog here. I expect maybe a Milbus, Osbert both taking Hard Rock. They're both in the lobby still. Milbus is not somebody I know to take Nomad on when the map is air 8. If they have a choice, they're going to take Hard Rock. So I would expect like they're just gonna go for the straight over mod full combos here as like a sort of a gambit, and P's gonna come in for the hidden would be my guess. But this is a surprising pick with Fremont 2 still being around.
Nonetheless, quite excited for this opportunity from there. He's coming in, and it was an Osbert as well. Once again, just wondering if he's gonna take on the mantle of the hidden player here, Osbert. I mean, this guy loves his hidden hard rock. The man will get his hidden hard rock. Osbert asking where Hong Kong is, and I suppose we'll just have to wonder a bit longer as Max Video is gonna come in, and as we are waiting for one more.
Yeah, in Hong Kong, I mean, by comparison, I don't expect them to take any overmods here. It's probably going to be A21 on that no-mod anchor again. But I think that's just kind of playing into New Zealand strategy here. Like, if they have mod advantage, in theory they get 2 FCs and, like, score lines are a bit dicey. It's going to be F2X, actually. Maybe they're running double Hard Rock on Max Birio F2X, would be my guess then, if he's here instead of A21. But, I mean, this is going to be a very interesting pick regardless here.
Alright. FX will be completing the trio for Hong Kong. And as everyone says there, good luck, have fun. It's time for the anti-mod Donna. CS5 AR8, you know the deal, you've played these kind of maps before. Michelle was saying he's gonna get 160k, and watch as this man pulling off like the third FC in a row or something. And yeah, it seems you're gonna stay with the same mod combination. Yeah, I know, but definitely pretty good low AR or no player usually comes in for these things. So I suppose it is gonna be just like that. As I say that, he is going to find a slider break going into a massive accuracy drop on the stream. That stream is very dangerous. Osbert not doing too well himself. New Zealand now starting off with a bit of a disadvantage. Hubba.
Yeah, it's mostly in the accuracies here. That early break from Milbus, it's not going to matter too bad, but this is one of the shorter maps in the pool. And again, Hong Kong just looking so consistent on this. They have a combined 3 100s right now on Max Birio and F2X in the bottom. The pattern aim on this map, so tricky, so divisive. And with that break from P, it is that highest score on the side of New Zealand down. The hidden Hard Rock on Osbert paying a bit of dividends, but in the face of 3 FCs, once again, you are just out of control. Like, it's so long as Hong Kong is remaining as consistent as they are in these early picks, there's just nothing you can do with regards to pick strategy, with regards to combo consistency. It's another double break for a Milbus and P, and Osbert's doing the best he can with that F2X trade, but 2 FCs and a 400k lead says that Hong Kong is going to be holding on tight once again. It is a break from Max Furio, but again, the 400k, 300k difference is so tricky here. Even despite the mod advantage, it is Misha Awa up ahead by about 20k on the scoreline in differential for Osbert and Misha Awa. So Hong Kong going to be bringing it to match point.
Absolutely, Osbert. Once again, beautiful recovery, and Misha, yeah, that roll didn't tell the whole story. 800 combo will be reached by him, and once again, a layup is complete. Misha Awa, loving it. Whew, 300k in the lead for Hong Kong. 1 point away on sending New Zealand to the losers bracket. And this man just doing the 100 per minute again. Like, come on, man.
It's how people think he's still human. He has to get his government assigned 100 per minute.
That was an FC actually for an Osbert. My bad. I thought he missed in the beginning.
Oh wow.
Well then, Osbert with the hidden attack FC. Okay, that's my man. Holy.
He sacrificed 3100s over Misha to get the job done, but
that's true.
Practice makes perfect.
That's my goat.
Hong Kong though, match point, looking to finish this out in quick fashion. Is Hong Kong here? They still have a handful of I'm surprised no Hard Rocks picked throughout this yet. Both of these teams pretty strong Hard Rock teams. It's like when you're watching an MMA match and both the guys are grapplers, so they instead of grappling decide to fist fight. Like it's sort of the same thing. Both of these guys are strong at Hard Rock. They don't want to pick Hard Rock against each other.
Hot Rock 1, man. Come on, Hot Rock 1.
show us some Project Pop, surely.
That's true. Metal versus Digum, you know. Gotta Digum it out.
Or our HR2. I mean, you picked the first two customs. Why not continue our trio? That sheet custom is
for the indoor route, and we complete the tick time and turn. You're just gonna kind of think it out there for now. There's lots and lots of 7,335 rolls.
I don't know. That's like some New Zealand joke. They were doing that in OWC too, and I don't know the bit. It's our Dark 2! We're finishing the custom trio.
All custom.
Shouts out to She for this one. It's going to be the Hard Rock 3 Duck Groove. This is some alt flow control-ish precision mapping here from She. Some tricky patterns, as well as a little bit smaller circles than you may be used to in that HR2 slot. CS7 instead of the traditional 6.5 for a round of 16 pool.
Alright. Since the referee is quite confused, no longer as he puts it on. That's going to be Dark Groove. Insane background. Very much aura. CS7. Wait, CS7? Like base or am I dumb?
CS7 after Hard Rock conversion.
Oh, okay. Whew, I thought we were gonna see some CS 9.1, you know. But yeah, that's fine. CS7 is plenty small enough. Misha, that man is just perma chilling in the lobby, and was Osbert P staying as well. It seems Rail coming in actually.
Yeah,
Osbert has been doing real well on Hard Rock. I think this man he has some great prospect in this Hard Rock team.
Yeah, his big Hard Rock preference there. Emildas as well, very solid Hard Rock consistency player in his own right, New Zealand. It's going to be P in the third slot. I'm curious to see if they swap that out. I mostly know P as a hidden focused player, but I would not be too surprised if he's just all-round gimmick, seeing as this is a precision map, could be a little bit in his wheelhouse. Max Burio on Hong Kong. Max Burio was taking that optional Hard Rock well, not optional, but taking the Hard Rock for the free mods there. Was very confident on those maps, just awaiting the third man, who I would assume is F2X or A21, and F2X going to be obliging, as all three are in the lobby. Hong Kong looking to knock New Zealand into the lose bracket quickly. New Zealand looking to stay consistent here and keep the match alive a little bit longer. We'll see who will prevail as, well, maybe the final pick, at least is the final custom, Duck Groove by She.
Alright. She's gonna be staying here actually. Emil, boss, we cannot run it back. You do not run that back. Alright. We're moving on to Hot Rock. It's time for the Duck Groove. CS7 AR10. Oh yeah. It's precision time. Pretty groovy overall. Standard jumps in the beginning, but it does get quite funky. So be very, very careful in every single part of this map. Some doubles here and there. Something to watch out for. Your accuracy definitely gonna suffer for it if you're not comfortable, and currently everyone is paying the price.
Yeah, even Misha Awa, who you see SS maps of all sorts, gonna be down at the 94s, but down at the 90s and 92s is New Zealand for a slight ACK advantage on Hong Kong. And we go with the linear jumps and some perfect stack checks on the CS7. These linear jumps, the wide angles, so tricky with the hexagon patterns. If you're a mouse player, you are like so scared of the mouse drift on these patterns. Luckily, all these players prevailing as you wait with bated breath for whoever breaks first on the circle 3. It's the halfway point now, and all players holding onto their combos. It's just the accuracy here for Hong Kong. Flow quits!
He's gone!
That first break, lowest stack in here, but F2X completed with Nat's break. Max Birio, that's a triple break in New Zealand. Looking to stay alive here with Emilbus and Osbert. A little bit of new life in the... What?
I'm going to die. I'm going to die. Osbert, okay. You will kill me. Oh my god. Emilbus is still a full combo. That's crazy. But oh my god, what's going on? Emilbus is dead as well. 630 combo hubba.
It's just up to Emilbus. I am terrified right now. I don't want to say anything, but I think it's relatively safe at this point. Another hexagon pattern, it's all eyes on him. Can he close out the FC at the very least? But a 170k difference says that Emilbus did the job, bringing his team to victory here. Final half circle. There we go with the FC on Duck Groove. Is Emilbus, the CS7, no problem, and keeping New Zealand alive in our winners bracket for just another pick. And we'll see if that is a momentum shift or a lucky break, but New Zealand with that point on the board. Emilbus, take a bow. You got your standout performance of the round to 16. What a score.
Ooh, oh my god. Yep, New Zealand will not be going home yet at all. However, long road ahead of them. Only one breakpoint behind now. So, but they gotta start with their own. And, you know, that Hot Rock one, speaking to them like the Goblin Mask. Come on, I know Hot Rock is the method. I know Hot Rock is the way forward.
Surely.
New Zealand.
Surely. I don't know who they have in third for it. I don't think it's, like, do they have P in for all Hard Rocks? Like, I'm a little unsure of the roster here for those picks. Yeah, let me have a look at qualifiers. Maybe there's some sauce here that I missed for the Hard Rocks. It was Hasapi in for the Hard Rock 1 when in the qualifiers Hard Rock 1, which is surprising seeing as he's mostly in for the speed maps on this New Zealand roster, so I don't think they're going to be running that trio for this one.
They're going for Fremont 2! They're going for
Fremont 2! Yeah, but I mean, we've been waiting this pick for a while. It's going to be Hyuki Ranbu by Toybot. Probably same trio for New Zealand. Would not be too surprised to see Milbus P and Osbert back in the fold with this one. It's a trio that's worked out for that breakpoint, so likely to work out here with the hidden hard rock no mod comfort on those players. Fremont 3 not working so much as intended, but a very different map to this one was that pick. And the mechanics very strong on each of these players, as well as that mod comfort.
Probably gonna have to go for that hidden hot rock. I don't think he is gonna come in this time. Rail will be replacing her. And as for the hidden preference, that's up for debate. Is Rail gonna take hidden? Do you know anything about that?
No, sorry, I blanked out. Know anything about what?
Anything about hidden for Rail? I mean, this guy plays a lot of hidden double time, lots of hidden hot rock. He got first place with the hidden hot rock.
Oh yeah.
Probably gonna go for the hidden for Rail.
I would imagine. I mean, with Rail in particular, I mean, he played that hidden one pretty phenomenally, and Milbus wasn't in for that map, so I assume some level of comfort there. Especially with this one being a more comfortable approach rate as well. The AR 9.5, the CS 3.5. We talk about Fremont 3, the CS5 AR 8 being anti-mod. This is sort of comfort mod stats with just the middle of the road CS and approach rate. Slightly lower circle size for those hard rock players. Could even see some comfort hard rock come through, but this is a map that is make or break for New Zealand if they want to stay alive in this winners bracket.
Alright. Time to have some good luck and fun. So we've got the Hyuki Ranbu on the spotlight. Fremont 2. We've been hyping this pick up for New Zealand. But is it truly? I know, boss. We are not running it back. I'm so sorry, my guy. You had your spotlight, and it does seem that Rail is not gonna use any mod. Oh, boss is gonna take on the hidden mantle.
Yeah, this is surprising after the comfort shown on the hidden one by these players, and actually a handful of very early breaks for Rail on these kick sliders and Milbus to follow them up. And already a little bit of uncertainty on the pick for the trio. Osbert holding on to his hidden hard rock FC as he has done in the other free mod picks. Looking to remain the anchor. Higher BPM here, gonna be paying some dividends to his comfort, but it's all three FCs on Hong Kong, and this is how they run away with these. You give them an inch and they will take a mile. Is Hong Kong, but Max Virio with the break a little deeper down the line gives combo advantage back to New Zealand. The score lead was barely up to 100k when that break occurred, but in we go with the Ki, the linear aimed geometrical squares and triangles, and Misha Awa to break as well. New Zealand with a full momentum shift as they hold on to two great recoveries in Osbert's hidden hard rock FC. The recovery full, it's just Osbert now, but will it be enough against 321's no mod? The mod advantage paying a little bit of respect here, but the recovery combo from Max Virio putting in the work, just a third of map remaining, and it's 18k!
Oh no! Oh, yep, you are shaking in your boots, but Oscar, the man can combo and the man can dream. The man can't have, and he's gonna try and do his best. 821 on the other hand. Big pressure as the no mod player Q takes down, going into the last quarter of this map. New Zealand with the last stand. 821 is down. Osborne is coming in. He's trying to find a spacing. Amibus is now gone as well. Is this it? Osborne trying to fight back. No support. Misha trades it out. Rail trades out as well. Max Period against Osborne on the hot rock duo of all time. New Zealand coming in for the layup. But Osborne unable to hold on. Hong Kong has quite the defense, and as time runs out, so will the combo. And so will New Zealand's run in the winner's side. Good game, well played. Osbert, what a shame, man.
Yeah, that was tragic to fall apart from the recovery scores on Rail and Omilbus. Not enough for Osbert to run the solo. It was the team performance over the solo performance on that one. But New Zealand, with some great scores throughout this match, going to be a team to look out for in that losers bracket. But Hong Kong, there was a little bit of doubt cast on them with a lot of these, at least semi-retired players coming back into the fold for their first time in like 2-3 years for Hong Kong here, and it's showing that the rust is no problem for them. They are back in amazing strengths and looking to remain strong in this year's 3WC.
Alright, that is plenty of action for our first match of this competition, to say the least, and another match is coming up, but in quite a bit, so we're gonna have to wait for some time. It's going to be 13 UTC for Romania. No, never mind, that's Sunday. Whoops, a bit of a mistake there, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, 16 UTC, there will be a bit of a double match, an A and a B stream, so look out for that. Any last words, Hubba?
No final words from me. Congrats to Hong Kong on the victory, and we'll be seeing you in about 10 hours time for our continued coverage of the 3-digit World Cup. See you then.
Bye bye. Take care, guys.